Um, well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today, not today, but I think yesterday was a big game, big day. Let me just because it was um, the start of the season in Portugal, chess season, and I played the first game of the season. It was round one. Uh, just put the mic lower so you guys don't need to hear. But I started the season in the fourth board for the team. Just saying that, yeah, so pretty much we play four games. There are four boards, and then we see which team wins. I played in the fourth board with the white pieces against a gentleman that I believe was rated 1758. I am 1735. And let me just say that I have a lot to talk to you about in this game. I also got a new mic, which is very cool. Hmm. And pretty much, I just must say that this wasn't really a good game. For me, I'm playing with white. This was just, it was a classical 90 minutes plus 30 game. And I think I did everything wrong. I was playing super fast. I was just not spending time at all, and that was very unfortunate because I mean, first of all, I was very scared. Like at the start of the game, I was like super nervous and scared, and I opened with 1d4. As soon as I opened with 1d4, I was now like feeling kind of confident. I was feeling more confident. I was feeling like in the zone. Yeah, we've locked in. We're gonna play a good game and whatever. My opponent played d5. Went knight f3, knight f6, and now you're gonna see something different. I play the queen's gambit. Now, up until here, everything is fine. Okay, this has been played millions of times by millions of players. I'm not the first one. You guys are not the first ones if you want to play this shit. Um, and the position is now symmetrical. Black has some choices, accepting the gambit. Now, keep in mind that as I started, it's the Queen's Gambit. The Queen's Gambit can also go instantly after d5 c4 to c4. I don't like that move order. I prefer putting first knight f3, knight f6, and then c4. Now, this is an opening that I do not like to play, but I didn't really play the Queen's Gambit, as you guys will see in a moment. My opponent declined the gambit with e6, which is the most common response. There's also c6, e5 again. I don't know if in this position it's actually possible. Probably not because you have the knight out. But there is e6, c6, I don't know, c5, b6, g6 is the Grunfeld, I guess, but here it's kind of a neo Grunfeld because I don't have a knight on c3. Whatever, that doesn't really matter. My opponent plays e6, and here I go g3. Now, what is this? This is the Catalan setup. I have played it once before. I lost the game. It wasn't a confident game. I wasn't really familiarized with the opening. I didn't know a lot of the plans. But the thing is that at this point in time now, I know the plans. I should know what I'm doing. I went g3. My opponent plays c6. I fianchetto my bishop. He takes the pawn. Now, here, this type of Catalans, these are kind of an open Catalans because black has taken this pawn. Now, this pawn can be regained in a lot of different ways. 95 is one of the ways. The main way, or at least I thought it was the main way, is queen c2. And knight d2 is also another way. Other than that, queen a4 is also possible, and it was the main line some years ago. Now I don't think it is. Um, which is more powerful when it's a check and you instantly pick up the pawn. I win castles. Now keep in mind, none of this is wrong. This is all fine. My opponent plays bishop e7 in an accurate move. Now, here there are two things that I could do that would be great. Either put my knight on e5 because I want to regain the pawn and I immediately activate the bishop, or I play a4. Why do I play a4? Because let's say after knight e4, there is b5 protecting the the pawn. Now, why doesn't this work in this position? Because as you can see, I have activated my bishop. I don't do any of that. And here comes the first mistake. Pretty much every move that I've played up to this point, I've blitzed it out. And like all of these moves, d4, knight f3, c4, g3, bishop g2, castles even. Okay, that's fine. But here, I play queen. I play queen c2 instantly. Now, queen c2 is not that great. It's an inaccurate move, and the engine doesn't really like it. Now, it's not a losing mistake, okay? It is playable. It's just not the right way to play. Why? Because there's b5. And now, there's no easy way of winning the pawn. Because a4 wasn't played. Had it been, let me just, without wanting to this up. Had it been a4, let's say something like castles, and then queen c2, the engine really doesn't like it, but now there isn't b5. In b5, you take, and then you have knight e4. The engine even loves knight g5 more. It says knight e5 draws the game. But you see the point. The point is that the rook is being attacked. Now knight d5 is strong. It's also another move in these Catalan positions. Now I don't get why knight g5 is so much better. If knight d5, oh yeah, you can't go knight d5 because you hang mate in one move. Tactical pattern that is super important in these positions, and I didn't know. I actually didn't know. Now it's h6. Now it wants. Okay, the engine now is already screaming at knight takes f7, rook takes, which is, oh yeah, because oh, there's a rook in the goddamn corner. Who would have thought of that? Yeah. So yeah, here the move was either a4 or knight e5. Now, queen c2. It's a normal Catalan move. It's a move that you play because you want to play e4 and you want to regain the c4 pawn. Just fine. I'm playing down a pawn, and the position is not that complicated. The thing is, black now, my opponent plays b5, and here in like 12 seconds I played a4. I remember when I played queen c2, I thought for myself, wait, d5 is not that great of a move because I just go a4. But like, yeah, I get it. Taking is gonna, yeah, this is stupid. I mean, black doesn't really have to take. I mean, there are so many moves. There's castle. He can just ignore or no. There's not castle. Why? Because I get knight e4 and the rook is fucked. But the thing is, a6 I believe is a move. a6. And there's just nothing here. The thing is that a4 okay is a plan and is a good move and whatever. It just doesn't work. But the thing is, a4 in this position works without queen c2. Because I'm not losing time. Queen c2 in this position, only in this one, is like a waste of time. Normally online, I just play queen c2, and that's why I blitzed out queen c2, I guess. This isn't an online game, and I don't think online I have faced a lot of c6 structures. With c6 structures, of course they can go b5. They can just go b5. It's that simple because After queen c2, as you can see, the pawn is protected. Now I go a4, trying to underwhelm the structure. He doesn't even have to do nothing. He can just put a bishop on the diagonal. And now there are pretty much no weaknesses. I mean, okay, yeah, the diagonal, there may be weaknesses, but the thing is, my opponent has weaknesses, and I am down a pawn. So I am either like the best player on earth with a good tactical vision, which you will see in a moment. I'm not, or I didn't even put like things down the third division round one, whatever, because I normally do. I'm just really not feeling like it. Okay, so I'm not gonna put anything. You can even put like a random goddamn picture. The video is already with 10 minutes, and I have only played like 10 moves because yeah. But this is gonna be a long video. I mean, this is just stupid. I'm not gonna lie. This game, probably the least favorite game that I have ever played in my life, and I'm getting a little bit tired of holding the mic. It's tiring. It has a thing that can I can put on the cloak, but I there's no need. There is no need. Okay, we have bishop b7, move 8, and now there are plenty of options. We can keep developing. I decided to go for bishop g5. In a lot of these Catalan positions, I know that there are some options. One of the options is to fianchetto both bishops. In this open structure, that ain't really a thing, only if I want to play b3 right away. And it's not particularly good. Maybe if I take... Not that. Maybe if I take and then play b3. After cb here, I mean, there's just a6 and I have no queen side. I have no queen side. It's a 2-on-0. And I'm still down a pawn. And the pawn, as you can see, is protected. And I can't overwhelm the structure with pawns. So I'm just not that great. Okay, so I went bishop g5. Now, bishop g5 itself is not a bad move. This move is not bad. Okay. It's actually one of my favorite moves. The engine prefers knight bd2. The only thing that I don't like about it is that you just lock the bishop. That's why I don't go knight bd2 instantly, and I play bishop g5, the second best move, versus knight bd2. I'm developing the bishop, and it's just I like to play these positions like this. I'm comfortable on giving up this bishop. Like it's fine. I play the Caro-Cons. That's why it's fine. And black castles, another mistake. Because right here, right now, there are tactics. And the tactics are as follows. If I get rid of this knight, and if I get rid of this pawn, black cannot take the pawn. If I get rid of the knight and then take the b pawn, he can take with c. Why can he take with c? Because of this nice tactical move that is knight g5. The idea is that I'm threatening checkmate, so he either has to go g6, which is okay, bad, I guess, or he has to take my knight, but then the bishop falls, and he can never take because there's mate. This is a tactic that I hope that I now in the Catalan see it a lot, because a lot of people like the black side fianchetto structures, and I just in this tactic I never saw anything like this. And the thing is, in a classical game, this is seeable. The tactic is not that hard to find. I mean, you're gonna see later in the game. I didn't trade the bishop right away. I traded it later, and I was like looking at knight g5 and just thought, okay, yeah, you know when you look at some moves and you know they're bad, but you look at them just to see if there's something there, but normally there isn't. Okay, whatever. I played e3. Now, other than tactical play, E3, okay, yeah, you're strengthening your center, but I'm still not down a pawn, okay? Yeah, playing down a pawn in the Catalan is normal, but not like this, okay? Black has protected the pawn, and the only way of me to get an advantage is with that tactic that I'm seeing. And keep in mind, after no, the engine is suggesting a takes b5 and queen b6. It's already saying that you shouldn't take. But the thing is, had I taken the pawn right away, I had 100% sure my opponent would have taken. Because you either take or you play the second best move, queen b6, which is not a bad move. But then what? You just accept that now material is equal. I mean, okay, you have good development, but I just no, not e4. I wouldn't play e4. I just have e3 and a very comfortable game. This pawn is weak. I mean, yeah, this is just not hard. This is not a hard game. Had I gotten this position in the game, I would have been so good, like so fine. This position is not bad, okay? We have knight bd2 pressuring the pawn. We have a lot of ideas, and and I got the pawn back. That's the thing. Okay, none of that happens. I go e3 as I said. He goes a6 no, h6. And why is this a blunder? Because of that same idea. I take, as I did in the game, great move. Thank you so much, computer. But I didn't find the sequence. Why? Because I don't take. It's the same idea. If you jump with the knight to g6, it doesn't matter if the pawn is here or here. You're still threatening mate. And if he takes, you just lose. And the engine says, okay, it's +1 for white. My friend, the rook is gone. I mean, you can play knight d7, take. You have the diagonal. Look at the material. I'm down the exchange. You're just not lost because your position is not entirely bad. You have the queen on the diagonal and the pawns, but you're in a bad shape. You're in bad shape. You're in bad shape. And it's really a shame that I didn't even see it. And keep in mind, we're on move 12. I didn't play this. We're on move 12, 11, whatever. Bro, there are still like no, there are still no. Bro, I like played so fast in this game. I probably had like 1 minute and 1 hour and 25 minutes. So I technically used 5 minutes to play 11 moves. That is not all right. I can't pretend that that is good. That ain't good. Had it all been prep, okay. This wasn't prep, okay. I didn't take any prep to this game. I probably should have. I mean, I'm starting to play the Catalan. I don't really have much prep. I'm just playing it out of fun and intuition, which sometimes is bad, sometimes is good. But like in a classical game, my intuition is not that bad. Okay, I'm not that great of a chess player, but like I can come up with some things. I mean, as you can like, this is not that hard to see, you know. I mean, with 1 hour and 30 on the clock, you know, like I can see it. It doesn't matter if I spend like 50 minutes. If I do find this idea, I'm like super well because I mean, even if he doesn't take, which is losing, I won back my pawn. And I mean, in the Catalan, maintaining the extra pawn in the open Catalan, it's hard. And you can clearly see it's hard. Like, the opponent didn't do anything wrong, and there's already crazy tactics because I put my queen in the right square, and the knight and the bishop activates, and I didn't see any of that in the game. I played knight bd2, and here I even think that this is just one of the worst shits that I've ever done because in this type of structures where I'm not gonna win like the C pawn by putting pieces here, like I'm not gonna do it. I either pressure the diagonal, I either take as the tactic is saying, and then I like pressure this pawn. I was even seeing takes, and then rook a5. Of course, rook a5 here hangs the rook and had the queen move, like let's say queen d6, queen d2, queen here. then that becomes possible. No, I just play knight b2, and in this position, I even think it's yeah the second best move. The engine just wants me fd2 because it wants me to activate the goddamn bishop. Here, the best move is of course taking. The second best move is knight c3, which means that in this structure, I can't go knight bd2 because it's just gonna be like a waste of time. There is nothing here. I then thought, okay, some ideas with 94, but all of the 94 ideas, they're just, like, depressing because okay, you're targeting the bishop. The bishop just slides back. There's nothing. I mean, yeah, he goes knight d7, which, like, and the advantage is pretty much gone. Now here, there's rook fc1. Okay. There's also b3. Now, I will be playing b3 in this game. I think one thing I probably didn't do right. Let me see if I take, let's say takes, then b3. Yeah, yeah, this is lost. This is just really over because you're gonna see. Let's go for the next move. Yeah, here 94 because yeah, I want to target the bishop again. Played with like 20 minutes. The best move, as you guys saw, was either b3 in this position. 95 is 95 not 94, so 95, and rook fc1. Those moves are not that hard to find. b3 is a thematical idea, I guess, because we're trying to mess up the structure to win back the pawn. I just go 94. He goes with the bishop back. Here, there's really nothing. Okay, had he left the bishop, but he doesn't. He just goes back, and I play rook e1. Now, e1 here is a good move. I'm not gonna lie. From a lot of the moves that I made in this game, it's good. Now, queen b8. Queen b8, I think around here, I was still, up to this point, I still didn't really realize that I fucked up. I was like, okay, he protected his pawn, but we're gonna grind out the fucking position. He played queen b8. As you can see, queen b8 is a mistake. When I saw queen b8, I was like, this is unbelievable. What is queen b8? I never in my whole life have I saw queen b8. And you know what? The thing is, the best line is 95 takes. I saw this, but I like this can't be possible because I lose another pawn, and there. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. See, I like you just have to think a little bit in your head, calculating this position to see that rook d7 is a move. To be honest, I think in this position, I even saw that the rook could infiltrate in the 7th rank. But I was like, yo, I lost another pawn. What am I doing? And like, the thing is, you win back the material, and it's now winning for white. Because you're gonna, let's say, I don't know. Let's say this. No, not that. You win the piece. Now you have an extra piece, I guess. These pawns, they're gonna fall. I don't care who you are, you're not gonna like you just have to think a little bit to realize that rook d7 is a move. So instead of taking the doubled pawn, they want rook d8. And after rook d8, you trade the rooks, and you probably try to play something like f4. And but yeah, the thing is, you can't just accept. You're still down a pawn, so how the hell am I supposed to play this? Okay, knight d6, good move. The knight is now becoming a good piece in the game. But doesn't this lose the pawn? He takes, but now the bishop is pinned. So you see, all of these tactics just missed. So if he can do this and win back the pawn, he has to go queen b6. We can take first. The engine likes queen c3. I do want to take first. I don't know if you can. C takes B5. Oh yeah, okay. You trade the pieces and the end game is not that though. Oh, it's because the pawn is protected like this and you can't take. Okay, so you can't really take. And the pawn, yeah. Why would you take? The pawn is chilling there. The rook, the queen, whatever. Okay, but here, rook d1. Let's say you're protecting the pawn. This pawn is like your only piece, and it's a great pawn. And down a pawn, this is like the way to play because the pawn is advanced. Okay, the pawn is advanced, and in an endgame, which is already happening, this is like this guy is your this guy is your superstar. Let me just check my phone. I have messages, and I have to check them out during the video. This video is gonna be long. I mean, okay. What was I? Okay, yeah. And here, okay, good pawn. You see what I see? Yeah. It, now that I'm reviewing the game, I'm seeing that like I I I I just completely missed this. Like I just saw that he took the pawn and then I was lost. But I saw the rook infiltrate. I didn't see that I hit it two bishops at the same time. And here, well, yeah, white's gonna lose a piece and we're gonna be fine. Black is gonna lose a piece, and the rook is on the seventh. Bro, I'm like queen b8. Well, like queen b8 must have done something. In a lot of these positions, Catalan positions that I play offline, let's go queen c7. In queen c7, it happens in these positions. It happens in people play this in like the French, the Caracan, the Perk, the King's Indian. They just play. This is a normal move. It's a good square for the queen c7. What is queen b8? Because at, in my point of view, queen c7, it's just an improved queen b8. Because you're connecting the rooks. Why would you play queen b8 and not queen c7? What are you afraid here? Now, knight e5 still works because of the same goddamn idea. It's the same position. Why would I? And I think this threw me off. And I just and here, yeah, I did spend some time. And when I said I spent some time, I spent like 2 minutes, which is bad. This move surprised me, and I knew for the life of it that this move was like inaccurate because there's no way in hell this is good. And I was right. But I couldn't get myself to see that after 95, not that, after knight here, this isn't a free pawn. And we have a good square, and then this isn't a free pawn again. Let's say a6, knight here, takes. What am I? Oh my god! And I get a protected passer, which is everything I could ask for. To be honest, I took on b5. And here, uh, none of the tactics of knight g5 works. First of all, because there are two knights on. There's a knight blocking the bishop. Whether I move this knight or this knight. And let's say I could take the bishop is protected. So it's just gonna be a trade, and I will be losing. Yeah, and I was like thinking some of in these moves ago, I was thinking, okay, I'm not gonna rush. I'm not gonna take on b5. Let's be patient. There's gonna be a moment where I will take on b5. Yeah, and as you can see, the thing that sticks on big in this game is how my opponent made a blunder. My opponent made some mistakes and some inaccuracies, whatever. Three misses. Missing things in like classical chess. And they weren't the hardest things to find. In like normal state of mind, I would have seen this and I would like realize, oh, this is so nice. This isn't actually a free pawn. So then I would start to calculate lines like this, where I would see, okay, this square is good for my knight. Yeah, we have pressure, whatever. In this position, I'm feeling comfortable. This is what I want to achieve now. If he doesn't want to trade, he has to move his knight because it's being attacked. Let's say rook d8. Okay, this is something to calculate. Now, the engine also already wants rook takes d7. Why? Knight c5. And we already have a very good position. Let's say this. I think this is the best thing that we can go for. We have an open file. Despite the open file, we have a good square, and we will put pressure in this pawn, and this is what I need. Why? Because I'm down a pawn, I need to add pressure in the weak pawns. Nuh-uh, 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 no 95. 95 was the move. I mean, moving the f3 knight was like the thing that would save me. And like, had I played any of these moves, maybe I don't know if I would have won or drawn or whatever, but at least I would have been like, okay, I'm playing like a normal human being. I know what I'm doing, not things like taking and then like knight back to c3 because oh, okay, now I realize that this is that the knight maybe is better on c3 than on fucking d2. Just fucking it's I don't know. I'm gonna try to speed up a little bit of the game because after this there wasn't many mistakes. Okay, we have a6. He's protecting the pawn that was being attacked. Here b3. Here what did the engine want? It wanted d5, and God knows how much I was thinking on d5, and only God knows why didn't I play d5 immediately? Like, what didn't I like? What didn't I like that everything just gets straightened off? I guess. But like, yeah, it says that the position is equal. Whatever, it's +1 because they have an extra pawn. This is not easy to play. But like, it's easier to play than going b3. Like, because in here, I was so stupid. I was thinking to myself, I had the position, and I was already super uncomfortable. But with 1 minute and like fucking 20 minutes, seconds, whatever, hours, days, I don't know. I go b3. And I was like, okay, let's not think that much. Let's just go b3. And as I played b3, I realized rook c8. Taking this, and now he has the most easy position of all time. He can put the queen here, the rook here, triple stack in the open file, and I have nothing. I can only defend and pray for my life. Keep in mind, down a pawn. So, I mean, yeah, it's not good because why? He just needs to get to trade, get good pressure, and it's over. And it's not even the best moves. The best move is b4, which I also saw in the game. I don't even know what I had against b4. I think it was knight e4. Like, I don't know. What did I have here? It's probably that. I don't know. Or 90. I think probably 92. Who knows? He just goes rook c8. And I was like, oh no, what have I done? Because now I have no other option than to take. And rook takes. Taking with the pawn is possible. Now we have pressure. Now not only we have pressure, we have an open file to work with. So, he doesn't. So we're better. Yeah, but here the structure just remains solid. I have to go queen d3, the best move, because as you can see, it's already 2.4. It's already so lost. And now the game plan for black is simple. Queen c7. I have to defend the knight. I don't. I put it on e2. Triple stack. Ta-da! You know what's next? Rook c2. And just, I don't know, pushing the pawns maybe? Getting these pieces in the game. This bishop not really, but yeah. Now, what do I have? Depression, anxiety, and sadness, I guess, to compensate. So we go back in the knight, targeting the rook. We have to trade bishops desperately, but I don't really give a shit about that. Very sad. No, not in this position. In this position, rook c2. This ain't a free pawn because of queen b7 check, and you just pick up the rook, which is sad. So I did see that in like 50 seconds. I just play. No, actually, now here I'm spending more time. And before the game, the guy that played in for the team for my team, he was like, "Brother, it's okay if you spend time in the opening, just for you to make sure you're not fucking up. This ain't rapid, this ain't blitz, this is classical. It's okay if you do that. Just don't fuck up on the beginning. It's better to spend time and not fuck up on the beginning than to fuck up on the beginning and then spend time trying to restore balance." And I just go king g1, queen b6, and here, I mean, try not b3. Here is inaccurate. Here I kind of get something around like queen a5. I remember seeing queen a5, and I just thought to myself, where did I went wrong? Like, where did I went wrong? Because what is queen a like? Queen a like you're blocking your own pawns, your best asset, and it just looks so fucking stupid. I mean, the best move, queen b7, just regrouping, no infiltration, no nothing. I mean, activating the bishop, no. Playing the knight here to go here because here is better, or I don't know. No, queen a5. You're targeting the knight. I get it. That ain't the that's just because I just move it. And okay, now you move the knight. Here, queen c3 is a mistake. Let's to be honest, trading the queens here in this position is a mistake. The engine wants me to go rook c6, which is one of the moves I was considering. Rook c6, rook c7, everything that was in check. And wait, yeah, because of this trade here, I was also seeing some tactics involving the back rank and winning pieces. It never worked because the knight would just slide back. I couldn't my life win it. Knight e4, knight b6. I just offered a queen trick. Like, I was just feeling so sad. What would I do if I knight f4? Yeah, the move I considered, of course. Like after knight f4, this position, it's so miserable to defend. You have a 5 on 4, you have a 2 on nothing. I don't think ever in my like chess career I have had like 2 on nothing in one of the sides of the board. No, that's just bad. I mean, it's misery. It's miserable to defend. If it was like 1 here and 4 here and then 5, okay. There are 2. There are 2. We go what? Queen c3, and he doesn't even want to trade the queens. It seems that trading here is the winning endgame. You have the rook on the 7th. You have 2 on 1. Of course it's winning, but whatever. He goes queen a2. He adds more pressure. I go knight f4. And here I think I go for tricks. Because what I saw is, okay, he can't take the f-pawn. Knight, no. Now here I get knight c4. Now I go for tricks. Why? If I do this, there's rook a1. He moves the queen. I win the rook and win the game. It's not even like that because Okay, yeah, but you get the point. You here, and you win the game like this or like that. No, the thing is, after here, I realized here that there's just queen e2, queen here, queen e. Here doesn't work. No, here it works, or doesn't it? No, it also works. Queen e2 is played. There's nothing. I take a pawn. Takes back. Here I go for a desperate sacrifice. And they saying that in this position I have to try to defend. Bro, I'm not defending the position. This pawn is shit. You won a second one, and I'm not defending. I'm not, because you can lose this pawn. If we trade like this pawn for this pawn, I'm just locked 4-on-2. I'm not gonna win this game. Drawing is impossible. I just go for a sacrifice because I saw, oh, look, I'm attacking two pieces with my rook. I could have saw that in the beginning of the game when I saw that the pawn d5, no, e5 was free. It wasn't free because of this. And you keep going. This is bishop f6. Here I try to go e5. More tricks. Doesn't work. Here that's just bishop f4. I saw it and I was like, okay. The opponent didn't even play it. I'm gonna speed things. Here I try to defend the endgame. What I try to do here is I try sacking this knight for this pawn and trading these two pawns to then get king and bishop and knight against king, because this checkmating that is a pain in the fucking bum. But I'm never gonna get that. Why? Deliberately trading these pawns won't happen. And if I want it to happen, this one queens, because I'm gonna just not pay attention to that one. And he just converts it. Here I give up the I play a little bit more of moves, and I ended the game with like 20 minutes, which shows that I pretty much didn't think a lot. This is I don't know. This is probably the worst game I've ever played, and this is actually a game that I have played. This was just bad. My opponent was like higher rated than me. I played one game with White. I think I showed you guys. It was in last year's uh, league, third division. I was completely destroyed. And I don't even know if I showed you guys the game. Whatever. And the opponent was like similarly rated because my elo is inflated and still is. And I lose the game, and now I'm down 18 points. And I think that I don't even know what to think. I'm just, I don't know. Well, yeah, it's just I have no clue. Uh, I Yeah, here I resigned. I didn't think he won this pawn and check. Did he made me? No, I just this game was probably my most uninspiring and worst performance of all time. The opening was bad. Okay, the opening was dog shit. It was so dog shit that there were tactics. Opponent made mistakes. Okay, opponent blundered. Did I blunder in this game? I did not blunder. He blundered. Is it like this? Yeah, it takes. Boom. I didn't see it. And playing chess, it hasn't been fun. Some days ago, I was like, yeah, I'm 1800 now, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm like playing wildinchess.com. I have a fantastic streak. You know what happened after that game, that day? I can show you guys. I don't even know if you guys are going to see it, probably. You guys can see, right? 7 losses. 7 losses. I played one game after that classical game, which is stupid, but I just played it. I like and yeah, I'm gonna. Uh, this one is rapid. I'm playing insanely fast, and even here, I'm just whatever. I play well. I blundered the game, as you can see. I blundered rook. None of these I wanted to do. Okay, I pretty much lost the game. I managed to like win. I managed. I wasn't. Yeah, and I want to say that playing chess is hard. I wanted to be I wanted to be like a good player, but I don't know. This game was very uninspiring, and I don't think I'm able to do anything. Like I think I forgot how to play classical chess. I played a lot of classical chess in like the summer, and it was good. It wasn't bad. Okay, it there were good games. There was one game that was like dog shit, like this one. But to be honest, I'm I'm more shocked in this game than in the that other Karakan that I just lost in like 10 moves. Because I don't know what to say. It was a bad game, okay? And now I want to tell a message for myself of the future if I'm watching. For any of you that are struggling with anything in your lives, whether it be work, life, school, relationships, I don't know what more. Jobs, I already said work. Athletic careers, things like this shit. Yeah. Don't give up on your dreams, okay? I have done this, and I don't think I'm ready to give up. I actually don't know what I'm ready to do. What I'm ready to do, I think, is to start putting in more work, more hours, more effort, more time, and that's all I'm gonna try to do. I don't know when I will do. I don't know if I'm gonna record for you guys, but I will try harder. If you're going through anything, it's okay. I mean, we all are. I mean, my problems are stupid crap like a fucking board game. Yours maybe something serious. I may be watching this in a year or two, and life may be like shit. I may be having the time of my life. I may have become a good chess player. I may have quitted this, but whatever it is that I did, just don't give up on your dreams. Are they like? Is this and a lot of the times I think for to myself, is this worth it? Let me tell you, when I finished the game, I was like, this ain't worth it. Like, what am I doing with my life? This is not worth it. But sometimes you gotta take the hits, and that's fine if you do. And I think that I'm gonna, I don't know, put in more effort. Maybe I see you guys later. I don't know. I mean, this is a bad game, but I wanna try to put in the work and try to improve and take this. I didn't cry from the game, okay? I mean, technically I did, but it was more like in the inside than in the outside, you know. And yeah, I don't know, we're gonna try to improve. I'm gonna try to take this as a learning purpose because this was all that you shouldn't do when you play classical. And like, I don't really know. I mean, are there gonna be more chess games that I will play? I mean, I have a tournament in like 20 days, the national rapid championship. I'm gonna be on the first board for one of the teams. So like, yeah, it's gonna be tough. And I don't know. I've lost a lot of games in chess.com. 7 straight games. I'm still with 1750 like something. I'm gonna put in the work. Don't give up on your dreams. Goodbye. See you next time. I'm gonna start putting in the work. You guys probably will see it. This was bad, and this, I really hope it won't happen again. Probably it will. Probably it will. If it does, I hope it's not that bad. I hope it's not this kind of shit. Just bye bye. And with 57.